Alright, welcome back everybody to Phlox'em. Gonna do probably a quicker recording here. It's pretty late already, but work has been insane, so I haven't quite gotten as many videos out as I wanted to, and so I just kind of need to do this for myself, and also want to just share some more gameplay and stuff, try and get this a little bit more consistent. We're going back into Walsh, which is a deck I talked about in my last video, just talking about really the uniqueness of decks in general, and specifically with this deck, how multiples can really affect that uniqueness. And a couple things. There was a lot of fluff in that video. We didn't talk a lot about the competitive side of deck building because there's a lot of different aspects there that you do or don't get in Keyforge. Things like a sideboard, you just don't have. Things like tuning, you could argue really aren't even real deck building because most of the time you're going to end up doing the net deck anyways. There's a whole lot of else there, and maybe I'll get into that again sometime, but honestly, I'm just having so much fun playing this deck. I love it. I love what it's doing. The Star Alliance especially has been really fun, but it's refreshing to get a Worlds Collide Brobnar that is doing some stuff too. And one thing I did want to talk about with this deck, and this is not something I want to like go in depth in because I feel like so many people in the community talk about this already, but is this number right here. This is a 56 SAS, and SAS is a incredible tool. So much work and thought has gone into it. It does an amazing job. But if you're new to the game and you see this number and you see a bunch of people talking about decks that are like close to twice as much, and you just feel like your deck is worthless, you have to play the deck because I'm taking this deck into the competitive queue. Now, that is not to say it's the same as playing the deck in a competitive format. That's definitely a little bit, there's more nuance there for sure, and there are higher tiers of deck, but like something like this, you can win against probably 70 some SAS decks with this one. Just if you know how to play it right, if you understand the matchup, you understand your strengths, your opponent's strengths, it's totally doable. So it's very tempting, even if you get like 10 displays for a buck up deck. Don't just toss out the ones that are below 70 because you can have tons of fun and they could actually be really good. So we'll see if we get a game here. Seems like it's a little bit later. Here we go. Let's see, got the mark of this is actually not terrible for us because most of our creatures that we care about are smaller, but this is definitely a fine hand to keep. Let's see what we got. Ultra Gravitron will be a problem. See if we can. I'm not exactly sure how we deal with that actually. Probably just gonna have to outrace it. Or just get multiple Ganger Chieftain procs. Okay, so they start with a Letho. I'm just gonna drop this Brobnar, make him deal with it. Let's do. So, one of the reasons I want to do this recording is because of turns like that. It was such a fairly inconsequential turn, but even in that, there is a lot I could have done in terms of placement that I could have thought through more. So this deck has 2 Ganger Chieftains, so that means I probably have another one coming at some point. No, doesn't matter because he axiomed. But what I was going to say is it would have made sense for me to make sure there's another 5-power creature on the outside in case I got that other Ganger Chieftain, because I don't want to hit the Gucci Dinosaur Hunter with a Ganger Chieftain, because that creature wants to Reaper action. We pulled more Brobnar here, but I don't mind getting the Star Alliance on the board to get some steal going with these Kincans, so I'm going to play the Frayne. It probably doesn't survive, but might as well see if we can get the Blaster. Yeah, no. Okay, so there's the Market Dis on Brobnar. We're fine with that. Did they have a Gateway? Yeah. Implosion to kill it. No worries, they gave us a steal off that anyways, and I have no problem going back into Brobnar here. Actually, it gets me a steal because they killed the Ganger Chieftain, so I'm not even sure that was like the smartest play for them. We are going to discard. Do we discard that? That actually gives us a way to kill Ultragrav if it comes down. Let's just threaten it. If you want to play it, I'm going to have something that can... Let's see, Ultragrav is... It doesn't really matter if they get the Bouncing Death Quark or the Kerzap or the Tertiate. Yeah, we'll just throw it there. Okay, we got Frayne's Blaster. Let's see if they deal with the Frayne here or not. There's another steal off the Logos call, so Kincan already putting in a lot of work. Stolen 3 already. Okay, but here comes the Ultragrav, which we're actually somehow set up to deal with. The question is if it's worth it to deal with it here, or if I take the Star Alliance play and just burst. Because I actually can, yeah, steal 2 with the Frayne, so I really don't know if it's worth it to try and fight it off here, because this guy doesn't kill it on its own. Yeah. Okay, so we reap, capture, blaster, steal 2, and then walls, Can. I am going to hold this because I've gotten in some bad situations from that already. Does he have an EP? Should probably check that. Nope. Lots of Brabbles. But even now, I guess they have nothing for me to steal now if they call this again. This is what I'm saying though, like, I don't like doing this because I try to not care, but I'm always curious to see what the sass of the decks, which I probably should not say I've won this yet, but it's looking okay for now. Just kind of want to see what the disparity is between the sasses, just to, you know, gauge what's actually happening. So they took their archives, which is actually a big deal, because yeah, this isn't going to be able to purge now. Oh, but they got the Bouncing Death Quark, so we're going to hit probably Can, Frayne. Yeah, Can. Other Can. Doesn't make sense to hit the... Oh, they hit the Ultragrav. That is an interesting call from them. They don't have much for us to steal here. But I wouldn't mind trying to purge something, so... Let's just go to check and we'll hold... Well... I guess we can steal 1 and hold the other Evil Eye. Let's do that. So we'll EE, discard, and we're going to purge their Mark of Disc just so we don't have to worry about that if they cycle, which they have Mass Mutation logos, so they most likely will. Mindfire, Swirl. Oh, the Legacy Imp. Feels a little bit bad to kill that, but man, this is a lot of value. I don't feel like I have to be too scared of an Ember Imp. I think at this point it's just the Shrix. I just want to slow them down as much as I can and try and get my own speed going. There's our Morpheus. Probably see some of those Brabbles come down here. Oh, there's an Infernus. Kills the EE. not many pips to purge. Probably the Bornits and the Blaster. Evil Eye. Ah, come on. The Evil Eyes aren't worth it. I've got so many more. There's the Bravels. So the Bravels are definitely a problem. My goal is just going to be to try to forge past them and then blow them up. Which means it's probably a Star Alliance turn here. Because I don't want a Volcano yet. Drop this. I only have one blaster to pick up, but that's pretty fun. When there's only 2 blasters in the deck, you can kind of do some mean stuff with that. So we're going to throw this on him. Question is it worth killing an Inspector here? It's probably not. Yeah. I am going to discard this at this point since I have the Volcano. I don't really want to go into Star Alliance much more this game. I've gone through most of it. He hasn't, or they haven't played Saurian yet, so this could be a pretty creature-heavy turn. Crystal Surge exalts nothing. Shrix to steal. Doesn't have another Shrix because we purged it. Resource kills Morpheus. Enchant to move an Amber. And then a Faust attacks for... Oh, if they stop the key here, I'm going to be pretty sad. Yeah. Alright, do they have City-State? No, so if I kill the Faust and just Reap, I should be able to forge through that. I just really need to forge before I do any board clears here, so I don't mind holding on to this stuff too much. Let's see. Yeah, because they can just keep exalting, so we need to kill that Faust. Fight here into the Shrix. Fight here. Laka comes down ready, but we're just gonna Reap with it, and we'll hold the Volcano. Because like if they just started reaping with all 5 of these, that actually puts me in a tight spot, but I think they know they have to not let me forge until they can get value out of these Bravels. But this is going to be an interesting end hand. Just see if we can keep them from getting 1 key. Still have some decent value left. This Dis is going to be pretty slow. Oh, there's Kurzap. Okay, so they're going to give me key, but they do get rid of some stuff here. And purchase an Evil Eye. Keep extra. Kurzap have a capture on it. Man, 1 away from stopping me there is actually pretty terrifying. Definitely gonna hold the Volcano here now. Not really a reason to play it, but there's also not a reason to hold these Evil Eyes. Kind of just want speed at this point, so one of the things I'm trying to figure out with this deck is how much I should go for that like multi-turn Dis, which I kind of knew this was coming, so I could have held one of those Evil Eyes. But I think just based on the game state, the speed is better. Okay, so there goes 1, purges their gateway. That's Not terrible. Fights the other, purges Curia. I think we're just going to go back into this and drop 3 more creatures. Definitely ran out of gas there, but the 3 Bravels really slowed us down. Just had to kind of play around that while they were capturing and taxing. But probably going Brobnar next turn, most likely discarding the Volcano, depending on what they play here. I think this has to stay. Yeah. Has to stay on the board in order for its effect to activate. Okay, so got a decent turn here. We are going to go into Brobnar. And we're going to go ahead and toss this. We want to Ganger Chieftain right. Use this to fight with the mouse on here. Take this guy, move it here. Left steal one. Volcano here doesn't feel great, but we do have a pretty solid Star Alliance turn coming back, so let's just do it and we'll see what we purge. Oh, purges half of Ultragrav. I will take that. Okay, so Morpheus with the Medic Ingram. Still doesn't put us in check, so it actually might be better to go back into... Oh, there goes the Morpheus anyways. Might be better to go back into Brobnar. Yeah. So just gonna force the check and see if they have anything, and then we'll slowly build back up this Star Alliance turn. Not worried about playing more than 2 creatures here. Got the EE for some value later. So now they just have to deal with this Brobnar board because I have a lead to where I can just keep reaping with them until they answer it, which they might have the Bouncing Death Quirk here. Or the Kurzap. I guess they've reshuffled everything. Tropic Swirl kills the Dinosaur Hunter. Dynamo puts him in Sneaky Check. There you go. Got the win. I do think we had a pretty lucky start with the 4 Brobnar creatures, but just had a lot of speed through the middle with the King-Cans especially. Stole so much Amber early on in the game. I think especially since neither of us really have any artifacts, King-Cans just do so much more in a game like that. Awesome. Well, that deck it just keeps going. I did want to see, just for my curiosity. We did not just play a 90 sass, did we? Oh man. I hope they're not too upset. That should not have happened. But I'll take it. That's crazy. Oh man. So there you go. Undeniable proof that you have to play your decks. See, this is not the same person, right? We'll go for one more. Probably get stomped this time, but That's worth it for that first game. Cannot pronounce their deck. Worlds Collide, alright. Yeah. Double Tribute with the Exile. Do they have a way to kill it though? Failing Strike, Tertiate. And then they've got some decent stuff to kill it with. I like this combo, but yeah. Go Malison. Oops. Ping just shot way up. Let's see what's going on with my internet. Oh, okay. Something's going on. I still don't have a ping again. There we go. Alright, double Tau Vapors is a pretty good start for them. Wormhole into Unnatural. I'll actually take that. Any less board clear for them is going to be a win for me because I have all these little elusive dudes. And they can't get anything back by copying walls here. And I need them to have more creatures in order to use the Malison, so we're just going to get some Kin-Can pressure. And we do not share any houses, so can actually get some stealing here. Thorium Plasmate, maybe? Information exchange. Okay. Oh, Robnar steals one, so gonna beef up Kin-Can, I guess. I have the red alert, so I'm gonna discard this. That might be a terrible decision. This deck lost a pretty close game. I think that might be another video. It didn't look close because my opponent just had like 11 Brobnar creatures, but it ended up being fairly close even with that, just because I had so much Amber gain. But the Volcano and Red Alert were in the bottom 6 cards of the deck, so I just had no chance, even though I should have had a chance. I had no chance. Still no reap abilities for that. Oh. Nature's Call there is pretty rough. Let's see, your Red Alert does not kill the Murmook, but it does kill a lot of other things. Do I just let them have this key? Do I Evil Eye here? I can't kill it in Brobnar. Can't kill it in Dis, but I can force some stuff. Red Alert kills the Harmonia, which doesn't seem terrible. Let's go back into Star Alliance. We're gonna Morpheus, Kin-Can, Frayne, Capture. Just gonna put both on Frayne, just hoping we find that blaster in our 1-card draw. Yeah, still give them the key, which is unfortunate, and they probably tribute me here. Tertiate, fair. I just need to start gaining Amber now. Odoac is fine. I don't really have much of steel. I might actually pile some amber on it. This, don't get steel because I have this on the board already. Drop the Inspector. Let's see what we can get with this. Oh, Tribute or the second Nature's Call. The second Nature's Call might actually be worse for me, but I do need the amber gain here. So I'm gonna fight the Phlox'em and just make this Odoac capture another one. And then we'll Evil-Eye. Seemed like a little bit of a greedy play. I'm gonna fight, Purge Titan Guardian, fight. There we go. So we can kill this next turn with the Brobnar. They're definitely out in the lead, but I think we do have some comeback here. Oh, now why'd they do that? I have like no reason to. I guess I do have to play through that just because of the down a key. But don't, I could just kill. Oh no, I am anyways because the Laka is going to want to do something. Um, we'll fight the Inspector into it just to get us another. Yeah. If they have the Tribute, we want to just remove as many creatures as possible so that they don't have a good option to tribute onto. They've played a lot of Saurian creatures already, so well, I guess 3. It's not a ton. What else do they have? Turn Plasmate on the Flamewake Shaman. Okay, we don't have another Evil-Eye, which is unfortunate. I think we go into Star Alliance here. They're going to get their second key, and they do have Key Charge in the deck, so we might just be out of it already, but go Morpheus, Can toward herself, and the Can. Is it double Harmonia? Yeah. Okay, so I have to kill the Harmonia. Brobnar does that great because of the Morpheus. So we're gonna reap, 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 and then Gang of Chieftain is going to activate, fight, Guji on the right, and then we're just going to discard the Narp this game and see if we can build up. He only has one Odoac. Scudum, City Gates onto Tantadlin. Okay, so technically I could try to ward it here with the Ingram, but I basically have to do this play at this point. I mean, they're probably gonna key charge me anyways, so Is that my only option? Yeah. Tribute sucks. Play E on the left. We're going to discard Purge and Inspector. Discard Purge and Inspector. And then we are going to play the Evil Eye just so that they can't key charge. And then we drew into the second one. It's not going to be a great play, but yeah, doesn't matter because they got the Nature's Call. Which, yeah, purged one tribute, but definitely a tougher matchup. This one is probably also close to 90 SAS. Let's see. Exactly. Man, 2 in a row, but we only beat one of them. Which is, okay, I think that one was definitely more of an uphill battle. Trying to think what could have happened differently there. I mean, there's not really scaling control except for the Evil Eyes, so I probably could have built it up, but I mean, the tribute turn, there's almost no answer in this deck if it happens early. And the problem is they got those 2 keys really fast because they started with the double Tau Tau. So their first turns were just so good for them getting set up. It was going to be pretty hard to come back. The Brobner did okay with the comeback until the second tribute, which I still wonder if the Nature's Call would have been better, but they probably played both tributes on that turn, but I didn't have any more Amber for them to capture anyways, so it doesn't really matter. We did get some Morpheus value, though, with the Ganger Chieftain, which is one of the fun things in this deck. Still not super disappointed with that game. I mean, it's definitely going to be a hard battle. Like, this is a super good deck. I don't feel like it was... Like, I think if they didn't have that fast start, where it's probably a lot closer by the end. Maybe not. Maybe not with the double tribute and the exile, but cool. So that one just got to our 5. We'll probably come back to that deck, but not tonight. Let's see what Amma's doing. I think I have... Oh yeah. We'll do a round with this one and then call it quits. This is just another Worlds Collide one we picked up. This one, nothing super special about it. I don't love Triple Cauldron Boil for sure. But the whole display I picked up seemed to have a ton of the Order, where is it? Order Hisseros. And that card is just so much fun. They do have dinos, so the Meteor's not bad. I think we mulligan that though. There we go. I'll start with this. Don't know that we really have creature control for... I'll get some. Those Sins are going to be rough though. Alright, play the Medic, Ward itself, and then the Garcia. Chance Blaster. See if this actually fights. That might actually work for us with the Cauldron Boil to actually remove this eventually. Do they have the... No form of giants, but they do have an Amphora, Curiosaurus, and Deosaurus. Don't think I have answers to any of those. Do I have any bounce? Got the Nature's Call, but that doesn't really help me with the Deosaurus. So Curse and then Chant. So I did fight those, so the Cauldron Boil is doing something here. Just go ahead and do that. Get these guys down. The Untamed, I think, is really what's holding this back. I don't love Worlds Collide Untamed most of the time. I do have a deck that uses Harmonia pretty well, which I didn't have for a long time. I think I got one of those in this last pack, but it's not looking great. Let's see, I'm not stopping the Forge either way, so let's just go ahead and go back into Star Alliance and we'll take care of the daughter. That. I'm actually going to ward the Rustnar just so that I can threaten that Amphora if it comes down. I'm going to deal a 2 damage here because I get an extra damage on the zap if I leave the daughter alive until now. Which, this probably gets killed by a Cauldron Boil anyways, but just, I said, I'm trying to do my math correctly. It's one of the reasons why I want to do these videos, is just to check myself on the sequencing, all the numbers, just trying to have, even if I'm not playing the best decks, I want to just try to have the best play I possibly can. Oh boy. Okay, so they just drew 9. Capture it all, and then Wrath. Fortunately, I just used all of my creature control. Not all of it, but some of it. Let's just pressure them on this. They probably have an answer for it, but at least I'm kind of forcing them to deal with it instead of maybe doing a more optimal play. I guess the Envy just captures all of my Amber. Didn't really think that one through. Okay, is there any way to kill it? I don't think I have a... Oh, no. Okay. So, Gluttony. I guess they get enough Amber with the Sloth anyways, but they definitely could have. Oh, the Waking Nightmare. I was trying to think of where the key cost came from. Oh, looks like we're going Star Alliance. So this is Taunt, Poison, Skirmish. So I think I can kill it, but I have to kill this thing, so... Star Alliance, we're gonna think this through. Play him. Play this on... Oh, I did not think this through. I have just not quite enough, huh? Oh, I should have played that on her so I could fight and then move it and then fight. Darn. Yeah, that was poorly sequenced. Mark dis me into Untamed, I'm guessing, because I can't hardly do anything if that happens. But I mean, they drew this. I guess they've gotten pretty far through their deck because this is also drawing for them. And they just stole all my amber, enraged all my creatures, forced me back into Untamed after they'd killed. Yeah, that'll do it. Well, kind of bummed I recorded that one, but that's what the Sins can do. Yeah. I'll pretend like we could do something fun. So there you go. That's what this deck could do if he didn't steal all my amber and win immediately. Almost want a rematch, but I gotta go to bed. Cool. Well, there you go. Again, lots of fun with this deck. I'm really liking this one. We'll probably do some videos later with this when we get it up to 10 plays. As I find time, I still have lots of decks to get through, so we might not circle back, but just so much fun. The Morpheus with the Ganger Chieftains especially, all the Inspector's Purge and stuff, the walls recurring, the blasters all the time because of the Morpheus and stuff. It's just been fun, so definitely gonna remember this one, bring it back. I do have another one that I cracked the same night as this one that has, let's see if I can find that really quick. It's fairly similar. Oh, I'm not gonna remember what it is now. It's probably that one. Bacho. Yeah. Nope, it is not that one. Okay, well, we'll find it. There's one that had 3 Ganger Chieftains and then 2 of the Barn Raising, which that's like the first deck I've ever used Barn Raising effectively, but I was actually able to take my opponent, like, they would have lost like 8 amber if in one turn if they had 8 amber to lose. But a few more games with this one still. We just got a loss on that one actually. A little bit of weird stuff, but I think that Saurian is just tons of gas, so kind of just have to play into that, see if we can get. Yeah, that's basically it. This is about the only way to protect the amber too, so very much a speed risk reward kind of thing. Only 4.5 amber control, but it does have some answers to stuff, and it is like fast. Like, there's a lot of amber pips. There's a lot of ready and use with the Hysteros. The Axiom is really nice with the Hysteros, so it could be good, but I'd probably almost less competitive than this one. This one just seems like it's a lot more tempo driven, whereas this one is just like if I can find the right turn, it'll do stuff. Otherwise, like in that game, it's just kind of like searching for answers until it loses. So we'll see. Might not do more recordings of this, but I think we're gonna call it there. Thank you as always for watching. I know I think the guys at Archon's Corner actually shouted out. Ewok did, so super big thanks to those guys. They've been doing awesome content forever, and again, I just love this game and want to share it. So if anyone enjoys, let me know. But yeah, thanks again to them, and continued thanks for all they're doing for the community. And yeah, just excited to see things moving forward, especially with Ghost Galaxy. I'm super excited about that. And just they announced today that the adventures, they're gonna print the adventures and sell those as like well done packs. And I think they said they're updating them too, which would be really good. They needed some rules updates, but super excited for some nice versions of Kirakin and Abyssal Conspiracy. So, all right, that'll be it. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you later.